ladies and gentlemen of all ages, boys and girls. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Angry Meat Production. We appreciate you coming in and letting us be a part of your lives week in and week out. We hope to do our best to present you with something that your eardrums delight in. Whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Rumble, or listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Anchor, or any of the other podcast services that we are currently on or trying to get on. We thank you. And if you don't mind, at the end of every episode, stop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like. If it asks for 5 stars, we'll take 5 stars, even if you don't like us. 5 stars are what it's all about. With that being said, we hope you enjoy our attempt to make our advocation our vocation. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin. We here at Angry Me Production want to thank our sponsor, Mobile Notary Mindy. She's certified with the National Notary Association. She's also bonded and E&O insured. She offers a wide range of services including wills, powers of attorney, medical documents, healthcare proxies, living wills, certification of trust, assignment of personal property, HIPAA waivers, advanced healthcare directives, and 99 verification. You can find her on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Mobile Notary Mindy. You can also visit her webpage at TexasMobileNotaryMindy.com. That's TX, MobileNotaryMindy.com. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Yes, this is Nerd Sports episode 146.
And David is here.
Yes, I am back for another week of
sort of the flag.
And we got a weird sport that's coming. What did we say this name of the sport was? A butt hurt? Boo hurt?
Boo hurt.
Boo hurt?
Mhm.
This is just all kinds of mayhem.
Is that like that extreme combat?
Yeah, it's more or less like old-timey full-on war.
Dude, it's a full-on melee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just hey, let's reenact and fuck shit up.
Hell yeah, I would do that.
I don't think they're neat. Yeah,
I didn't say I'd win, David. I just said I would do it. Does it look like I know what to do with a freaking sword? Don't give a shit. Give me
Right.
a axe. I'll throw a hell yeah. I'll be in there, man. I will be in there.
Yeah. So, all right. We're going to kind of buck tradition a little bit. We normally open up the show with the weird sport, which David did because he's here this week. But as far as past that, we normally talk about baseball. We'll get to that here in just a minute because
we had like a big news drop this week. Okay.
You listen very carefully. You can almost hear it. You can hear the sprinklers going at every spring training facility across the country for both the cactus and the grapefruit leagues. Getting those fields nice and lush and ready. You can hear the buzzing of the floodlights for the stadiums, and you can see the bugs buzzing around, and you hear people filling out forms so they can be vendors for the entirety of spring training. I'm just like because yes, while pitchers and catchers are due to report in the next week and a half.
That's crazy.
The trucks. Today was truck day for a lot of the major league teams. I know that we said we were going to discuss something besides baseball, but it's my show, so whatever. You don't like it.
Don't touch that dial.
Yeah. I mean, you can sit there and complain all day long, but it's, at the end of the day, over the line. I'm just kind of putting that out there.
Yes.
He found
But,
buttons.
Amazing. So amazing.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's right. Every time he says that shit, that's another cap in your ass. Like, he turns the gun and he's like, it's really not that funny. Honestly. I don't know why he was laughing about it. He's like, you high five this man.
Your own daughter. It's really not that funny when you think about
Oh man.
it.
Okay, so truck day for a lot of teams around the major leagues was today actually. Blew the head gaskets on your truck, huh? Man, I know what she means, but when you read it, knowing Maria and the type of humor she possesses,
It could be anything.
it really
We're
could.
all thinking the same thing
Yeah, we
about
are. I mean,
it.
like,
It wasn't
the
just,
spade is a spade. Yeah, but we have to be nice. We have to be nice because we're still at 4:26, so we're under 5 minutes. So we got to be nice.
no cap.
Well,
Yeah, no cap.
no.
So yeah.
We do have like NFL news in a sort of
Can you wait just a daggum minute, dude?
No. This
Look,
man should be respected.
no, stop. Look, you can't. No, you cannot be. You're not going to be the abusive spouse coming home from a deployment. No, you've been gone. We've learned how to fend for ourselves. We've established a biome. We've established a way of life. You can't come in here and expect us to go all flipping back to the Stone Age just because you're here.
You gave us just
no,
David, you cannot do that.
You gave us a taste of freedom.
You can give up. You can give up right now and have only one black eye, or you keep on going. You get two. How about that?
You gave us just a taste of freedom. You can't take it away from us now.
Oh yeah, you can. You can wheel that bit. Shot collars. That's all I gotta say. Shot collars.
Hey, 3 words. Chain of command. Come on, bro.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. We're gonna use a chain. And I'm gonna command you.
Nope. No.
I don't think so.
Because now that we're past the 5-minute mark, you can go fuck yourself, David. Fucking
exactly where you can put that chain.
You only get 2 if you tell them twice.
Don't make us break out the ball gag and the gimp mask. I mean, come on, dude. We will put you back in the fucking corner. There is no amount of Patrick Swayze.
No, I feel that Chris would. I feel that Chris would be the.
Besides that, Patrick Swayze's dead, so you're kind of out of luck.
Patrick Swayze. Did you guys see that they did a remake of?
I did, and Conor McGregor's playing a bad guy.
Did you see the freaking preview for it?
I did.
Actually, I want to watch it.
I did, and I do want to see it too. I'm. It would be hilarious if Sam Elliott was in this movie.
I don't even know if he's gonna be able to redeem this thing. Like it just, you could have literally called it anything else than fucking Roadhouse, and it would have been.
Well,
you are expecting a lot out of an industry that has long since left the IP, left the township of IP.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes. But
the prevailing winds have trended towards rebooting and remaking everything.
It's so. Even my girlfriend was angry about.
I get all that
movie.
But, look, this is coming from studios that I honestly I really wouldn't put it past them if they were to remake Apocalypse Now and set it in Afghanistan.
It's already probably in the works.
Probably. And I'm probably going to catch. I'm probably going to catch 10 Shades of Hell about this from David. But you know who they would get to direct that Apocalypse Now reboot? Guy Ritchie.
Actually, I would. You wouldn't get any hell from me. Guy Ritchie's actually really good.
Guy Ritchie is amazing, but he's also he's not doing remakes.
He does IP stuff.
Yes, he does his own thing.
He did one. He did Aladdin.
That was Guy Ritchie?
That was Guy Ritchie.
And you saw where that got him, right?
Yeah.
He's
Not
going to
very
stick to
far.
original content from now
Okay.
on. Kind of putting that out there. Anyways,
He probably had to do Aladdin to be able to do all the other stuff that he's able to do now. So I'll give him a
Yeah,
pass.
you're right. You're right.
It's one singular pass.
Yeah. But
yeah,
he's
that's
coming with another one. He's coming out
that,
with another
if he comes out with another stinker like that,
No, he's
No,
coming out with
no.
another
he gets drug out to the town square at high noon for a public flogging and execution.
No, I told you. He burned his pass. Yeah, he already burned his pass.
No, he had to do it because he wanted money. But he's got another one that's coming out, Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Ungentlemanly warfare. Yes, I do want to see that.
I want to see that.
That looks amazing. I mean, that looks like what we should have gotten for the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. I can see
So,
that.
but getting back to my original point before David decided that he wanted to hijack the agenda somehow,
Yep,
and
David.
Area, I mean,
I think that was
fucking
my fault.
sit down, Sky Janitor, and know your role.
I really think that was my fault, but we're gonna blame David.
Anyway,
Because he brought. Did you hear about Roadhouse? I'm like, dude, really?
No,
We're here every week, all right?
hey, look, you know what? Penalty platypus. You started in with this whole, oh, there was football news, and you're like, no, motherfucker, we are not talking about football yet.
True, you did derail us first.
Well, it's nerd style football news.
Again, we're not talking about football yet.
Fine, go ahead.
You're going against
yeah.
the schedule.
You act
David.
like you act like that. This is your baby and your show and everything. You want stuff to go along the way you want it to go. Go ahead.
I am. All right. So the Red Sox tweeted out today that today was truck day. Okay. So what goes on the truck? Well, let me tell you. They put a packing list out there. 20,400 baseballs, 1,100 bats, 200 batting gloves, 200 batting helmets, 320 batting practice tops. And that's jerseys, David, not batting practice tops like you're thinking tops like you
As
are
opposed
top.
to batting practice bottoms.
106 exactly.
Fucking Powerball.
And they atone for that later in the packing list. They atone for that later in the packing list.
You know,
160 white game. Hey, shh. 160 white game jerseys. 300 pairs of pants. Note they did not say bottoms. They said pants.
They know better.
hey, PB. I'll
T-shirts.
get your initials now, PB.
400 pairs of socks. 20 cases of bubble gum and 60 cases of sunflower seeds. Went on the team truck today and headed to Fenway South.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and that's not on time, and that's not counting merchandise that's already making its way there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not counting all of the equipment that really, David. All right, dude.
Over the line!
That's not counting. See, that's not applicable, dude. It doesn't have any kind of rhyme or reason. You're just throwing that out there. You're just hitting the button to hit the button. You're like a child brought into a very expensive store. And really, and honestly and truly, it's our fault because we're the ones that brought you into this store. So, I mean,
we didn't just bring him into the store. We also gave him.
We handed them off to an employee and said, hey, can you keep an eye on them while we do the shopping, right?
Yeah, we gave him a bunch of
You do the same thing. When you first got the buttons and everything, you're like, oh, I changed the stuff and everything. Look at this. This is so cool.
But you see, I've evolved. I've matured.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Heavy bullshit.
I mean, yeah. You're Meg right now, and I'm looking at you like I'm better than you because honestly, Chris and I mean, we are.
I mean, you're not wrong on that one.
All right. So,
I can't defend that.
right. So, you know, there was some other trade moves. There was some free agency signings and stuff like that that have been going on around the major leagues. Nothing like too terribly bad.
I do know with the trade with Ohtani, though, California's pissed off because they think he's trying to evade taxes. That
because he structured his deal the way that he did.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
still going to get the same amount of money. It's just
Not if he opts
you
out.
tax it
Here's
a
the
lot
thing.
longer.
Not if he opts out.
Yeah, that's true.
They're talking about lawsuits because they're saying that they're deliberately structuring it that way so that the organization doesn't have to pay taxes. Like they're going to go after the organization.
Well, let's leave it to the state of California or California to put their heavy hand on something and turn it to complete shit.
Oh yeah.
That never happens.
I mean,
Yeah.
I submitted the evidence, the People's Exhibit A, the city of San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Their approach to law enforcement is a joke. I mean, they want to talk about the Wichita Falls Police Department being the joke of the state of Texas. How about the joke of the United States is California law enforcement?
Yeah.
I mean, compared to California, most of the major California, city, police departments, Wichita Falls PD looks like the FBI.
I mean, when you have to have an app to so you can avoid shit. There's literally an app of shit.
There is. When you visit San Francisco,
yeah.
they suggest you download an app because it's got real-time maps of where all the shit piles are in the city.
I just assume it's everywhere and avoid the entire area like the plague.
Yeah.
I treat San Francisco like I don't know.
I was driving back from Wichita Falls yesterday, and I stopped just outside of in Madisonville, and I wanted a roast beef sandwich. I got back in the car, and there was a 35-year-old woman who wanted to settle down after the nightclub life, and
you didn't give her a chance.
Talking about the roast beef sandwich. I'm talking about the half pounder, not an actual woman. I don't want anybody, clipping clips and making sound bites and then sending things to my wife and causing problems. Like he talked about a woman in his car. No, the fuck I didn't. Okay. Not talking about you, David. I'm talking about other people out there. But
hey, I keep mine trimmed.
Moving on. There was a weather report talking about high winds going to be, like blasting the state of California. And I'm sitting here looking at this thing while I'm waiting on my order. And I'm like, why doesn't it just push the whole damn state off into the ocean? And then this like over the road couple, right? I mean, like you could tell that they share like a sleeper cab and, they drive tandem.
Mm-hmm.
The wife looks at me like, what the fuck, and the husband turns around and he looks at me and he's like, goddamn right, push that shit off in the damn sea. They're going. I'm like, I can't take. I'm in the back of my head. I'm thinking, I can't take this dude seriously because he's got like fucking 4 chiclets rattling around in his damn head.
Listen, he's busy driving.
Is that your sister you're driving over there? You're driving across country with? I'm like, good God, baby, it's been 8 hours. I need you to switch with me. I'll just take the bucks.
No, they actually started putting like
yeah, okay. All right. So we hope that your kid feels better, but yes, you always come back at the most inopportune, times during the, but
No,
at least you stay around long enough to try to get some context before you comment. Unlike some people we know, their names will remain anonymous, but their initials are David Dickerman.
That's only because I'm at work while I'm doing it, and I can't really use my phone.
Right.
Dude, you do that in person. You don't even stick around mentally long enough to get context in person.
You're not wrong.
I
Nope.
know I'm not wrong.
You are absolutely
correct.
right. And
Yeah. Okay. So the only baseball signing news that I'm going to talk about before we move into football is the Royals. Their breakout star last year was Bobby Witt Jr. And last year he had 50 home runs and 79 stolen bases. Okay. Well, since the start of the 2022 season. So he's top 4 in the major leagues as far as that's concerned. The Royals just signed him to a 14-year, $288.7 million extension.
Damn.
They want him to be there for his career.
Sounds like it.
Bobby, I hope that you
Don't
didn't have
not
any aspirations of playing in a World Series, because if they didn't give you an opt-out, I'd fire my agent. I really would. I'd fire my agent right now.
Wait a minute, did he sign it though? Has he signed it yet?
288.7. Yeah, he signed it.
Dude,
You know, the Royals are out there
Who's not gonna
spending
sign
like they're a big market team, and they are small market.
Yeah.
who's not gonna sign that, dude? His agent would be screaming at him. His agent would probably drop him if he didn't sign it.
Yeah. All right. Something a little off topic before I go into a football. Say what you want. So you want his roast beef? No. Who said anything about wanting my roast beef?
I don't know. I'm confused as you are. It's all good.
Okay. So again, I'm on my way back in, and I'm flipping through I'm flipping through the XM stations because I'm just looking for something to listen to, right? I didn't feel like listening to NFL Rewind on the NFL Network station. MLB Network was they were playing a classic throwback game, and I just didn't want to listen to it. NHL was, I think it was the Columbus Blue Jackets, and like I don't care about them. I'm not listening to the NBA Network at all. So I flipped it over to what I thought used to be Raw Dog Comedy, but they've rebranded it. It's just Raw Comedy now, right? Because I love the stand-up bits because they don't censor it, right?
Yeah.
And I tune in, and there's a show on there now called Better Halves with Lisa Ann.
Dude.
Yeah.
And
She does a lot of
she still does porn, but she doesn't do it full time. She actually has her own podcast now. She is a sports nut.
Really?
Dude, she breaks. She breaks down. If it wasn't for the fact that she worked and still does work in porn, she'd probably have a job at ESPN.
Yeah.
Dude, we should get her on the show.
She's actually been arrested. We have to wait until she gets out of jail.
Well,
she was
get her on the show. Will be part of her community service.
I was getting there. I'm trying. No, not you. My wife.
All the time, Johnny. I'm used to it.
I'm sitting here trying to get to a point so I could tell this story, and then David chimes in and he's like, "Oh," and he's gonna jump ahead like 2 or 3 minutes. This is the one time he's back in like 3 weeks, and now all of a sudden he thinks that he can just do whatever he wants. And he's lucky that we're all remote. Otherwise, he'd catch a Billy Jack club upside the head.
No.
I'm not above physical violence, dude. I'm just kind of mostly peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm listening to this show, and I mean, and I'm like, is that the same Lisa Ann? Oh, yes, it is, right? And she's sitting there talking like, like her co-host and her producer, they're all like, it's all hot mic'd, right? So they're all talking. And it was funny because she was like talking about how she gets into people's faces all the time. And the building that she lives in New York City, they have a gym in the building, but it's the floor right above the lobby. All right. So they can constantly send out emails and stuff like, hey, don't drop the weights, blah, blah, blah. And so she's like, all right. And she goes, I know everybody in the building. They all know me.
I'm
So
sure.
when somebody new comes in, I get a little annoyed, right? Because it's like sketchy.
Yeah.
So she says she gets up, brushes her teeth, grabs a cup of coffee, and then goes to the gym, right? And she, she's not doing anything heavy or anything like that. So she swipes her card to get into the gym, and then, like, literally, this dude piggybacked off of her and like
Oh,
shoot her in the door. And she's like,
no.
all right, I'm just gonna let that go. Just gonna let that go, right? And then she's like, if you wrong me, or if you do something wrong, I can forgive that, because I can just kind of get over it.
Yeah.
But if you layer something else on top of it, I'm gonna get in your face, right? And she's like, she notices out of the corner of her eye, every time she's doing her routine, she's doing her workout, that the dude stops and he's looking at her.
Mm-mm.
And she's like,
Don't be a gym creep.
she's like, listen, motherfucker. You know? I mean, and then, like, the people on her show, they're just like, oh my God. Like, no, fucking people know better,
Right, exactly.
And so I thought it was funny, because I'm like, that's right, she's got a sports podcast. And then what do I wake up to this morning? I'm scrolling through Twitter, because I have the show's best interests at heart, so I'm trying to stay, keep all the relevant news, right?
Right.
And and just because I follow Matt Rife on Twitter, he gets mentioned in this tweet, but there's footage, and then the Barstool Sports tweeted it out too. Lisa Ann being walked out of a Matt Rife show in handcuffs by the NYPD.
Fuck.
And she's yelling at the camera. She's like, I didn't fucking do it. I didn't fucking do it. I didn't fucking anything. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting there going, did Matt Rife have Lisa Ann fucking arrested? I'm like, oh my God. And so, and I'm watching Pat McAfee's show on TikTok today, because he does live streams on TikTok when he does his podcast, right? His show. And so it's like, it's in the third hour that, I'm watching this. I'm upstairs, at my desk. I'm working on the new Star Destroyer project, and he's got AJ Hawk from the Green Bay Packers. When he played for the Packers when they won the Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
And they bring up Lisa Ann, and they're all like, this has got to be a part of a bit, right? Matt Rife had to be in on it. AJ Hawk's over there going, no. And then Pat McAfee's like, what? Oh, that's right. We forget, because you've got a personal relationship with her. He goes, I've got her number. We're friends. We talk. So I texted her, is this a bit? And she's like, no, it's fucking for real. And he's like, what happened? And it wasn't even Matt Rife. It was the event staff. They were like, they told everybody, don't use your phones during the event. And they said that she was using her phone. And so they escorted her out.
Fuck's sake.
She gets mouthy with him, and then they have her arrested.
I mean, we're really surprised that she got mouthy though.
Like she didn't spend a second in jail. Like they escorted her out. They put her in the car. They took her to the precinct, and then released her.
Oh, of course. It's just to get her off site.
Well, you gotta tag those people and just let them back in the wild.
But here's the thing. I'm sitting there going, wait, maybe my phone does listen to me. It's like, I'm sitting there and I'm listening, and I actually, and I mean, yeah, she talks about, like, last night, like some of the topics was things like gaping, stuff like that, right? And because she had a comedian friend that they, she became friends with on the show, and she was plugging her comedy tour,
Yeah,
and everything like that, and they're one of the co-hosts or one of the producers on the show. I mean, this dude is a rank amateur at best. And so he asks what gaping was, and she's like, oh my God.
we
Like,
gonna
do
learn
you
you today.
really ask? Right? And So right, and then they break into things like diet, like what's your favorite fast food like cheat kind of a thing. And one guy goes, like I can crush Burger King and Taco Bell, and sometimes I do it in the same day. And Lisa, she's talking to this guy. She goes, "Your poor butthole!" I'm like, oh my god, and
Oh,
they were all like, what? You don't eat spicy foods? And she goes, "No, I keep it pristine back there in case I have the opportunity for interaction." And so I'm sitting there going, "Oh my god, that is genius!"
opportunity.
And
That's
I was listening to Daniel Tosh's new podcast, Tosh Show.
Yeah.
His first episode.
up. I haven't.
He doesn't interview celebrities at all.
No.
His first episode, he interviewed his wife's OBGYN.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh, that is genius.
And you could tell, dude, it was like a little bit of like between two ferns, I mean, he made this dude unfucking comfortable.
Did
I'm
he
like,
not know? He
I
had
mean,
to
he
know what
did because like he's delivered both of their kids,
uh-huh.
right? And he goes and he introduces this guy with, and our guest is the man who has been all up in my wife's guts, literally.
The other man.
And I'm like,
They're almost as much as I have.
and I'm sitting there going, what would be even better is if this guy was like gay. And then so like
No.
5 minutes into the interview,
Oh.
then Daniel Tosh goes, "So when did you come out?" And he goes, "Well, I didn't really come out. I kind of fell out."
Oh shit!
He goes, "So like how long have you been gay?" He goes, "Oh, I knew very early." I'm sitting there going,
Oh my god!
"Oh my god!" And he goes, "So what's those conversations like?" And he actually asks him this. He goes, "So top 5 nastiest celebrity cooters, go."
Because
he goes,
thinking it.
"I'm really not gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that." Like, I'm sitting there going, "Oh, come on, man."
Well, we all want to really know.
I wanted to hear something like Shailene Woodley or whatever, or freaking Scarlett Johansson's hooch is like freaking a burn pit, like
Katy Perry is just like a
yeah
in his waist area.
And Katy Perry's meat flaps look like look like your stereotypical British dental plan.
Have you seen Batman and how the bat flaps and everything? That's basically her when she falls out of bed.
When you think about Katy Perry, what comes to mind? Meat curtains.
Velveeta cheese.
He goes, "Have you ever seen a blue waffle?" He goes, "No."
No.
And so
what's funny is that
his producer comes on and he's like, "Yeah, no, that's not a real thing." He goes, "Isn't it though?" Like,
maybe not that specific one, but they
yeah,
they get a little goopy. Like, let's be honest, everybody's always, ooh, you gonna see coochies all day. You're not always seeing them at their best.
yeah.
No, you're not.
And he goes, "Do you prefer them shaved or do you prefer them al natural?" He goes, "Honestly, don't care, but hair is healthier because it helps maintain the pH balance." And he's like, "What would you recommend as far as cleaning them?" He goes, "Well, I always like to tell my clients that the vagina is nature's self-cleaning oven." He goes, "We all know that that's bullshit."
Your ears are self-cleaning.
Right.
Yeah, how often do you have a potato fall out of those things? So
Right? Exactly.
I got dandruff in my ear. That's how bad it is. Every time I trying to
Yeah.
clean everything.
especially down here, it gets dry as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which
All
is
right, so back to football. More than $300 billion has been bet on the Super Bowl since 2018. 300 billion. Okay. Let me see here. I saw it. Where did it go? All right. The 49ers were actually, they started out the week whenever the betting opened up. They were 2.5-point favorites in the Super Bowl. And that was a total set of 47.5 points. And that's
Yeah, they were like -2 points on that, and then they ended up
well,
going.
now they've since dipped to -1.5.
Yeah,
So, and I think everybody was talking about, is Taylor Swift going to be an issue? Is Travis Kelce?
actually, here's
Well,
something
here's
fun.
the thing. Yeah, Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend today on Twitter tried putting him on blast. She's like, Taylor, honey, this is how you know that Travis doesn't actually love you, and he never will, because it's all about him. He would have been there for you at the Grammys. The internet ate that woman alive.
Yeah, because you're going after with the Swifties.
Yeah,
And they were like, he's got a Super Bowl to prepare for. That's his career's award show.
Yeah,
exactly.
And Jason Kelce and his wife were at the Grammys last night supporting Taylor.
Right.
Yeah.
So, the Kelce brothers got it on lock, right? So I mean, he's there, and now she's flying off to Japan to get ready for her little stop for her Eras tour.
Here's something funny though. The Japanese consulate sent out a letter. It was like, oh, she can make it to the Super Bowl afterwards.
Don't do the accent, please.
I'm gonna do the accent.
Don't do the accent, David. Jesus.
The fuck was that?
But anyways, no, they were saying that she can make it. They were doing all the math and everything, and they were trying to support her going over to Japan and doing the concerts and flying back to Las Vegas.
American Airlines is even in on the gig, right? So they assign numbers to the flights to and from Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
So the flight the Chiefs are going to be on going to Las Vegas is American Airlines flight 1989. That is the current Taylor Swift album name, right? The flight coming back from Las Vegas to Kansas City is American Airlines flight number 87. Travis Kelce's jersey number. Right.
There was a whole bunch about the number 13 too.
Yeah, because
Taylor's won her 13th Grammy last night. Right? Yeah, she's like, it's our lucky. That's my lucky number. I've spouted that since.
But what have you done with that number? Nothing. What has she done with that number?
I stayed alive.
She's a billionaire.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I really don't care.
See,
I don't care. Because if you were to give me billions and billions of dollars, David, I'm here to tell you, the world's elite, every cabal, and would absolutely hate me. I mean, I would be on the hit list for every high-profile person on the planet.
I'd be exposing every damn thing.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I'd be exposing everything. I would just be that fucking obnoxious. I mean, we're talking about, make the Paul brothers like fucking tame. Except I'm not out there pretending to be a professional boxer.
True.
Or, doing coke at your brother's boxing fight, boxing match.
True. You would wait and go into the locker room like a don't do it.
So, all right. The number 30, this bears a little bit of clarification. All right. So when you guys took your ASVAB test, right, you got your GT scores, right? Your general tasking score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My GT score was 113.
Oh,
right. Both of my sisters were born on August 13th, a year apart. Right. When I get to basic training, go down range, my roster number is 135. Got to airborne school. I was in 1st Platoon, 3rd Squad, roster number Alpha 113. When I got to Fort Campbell and I reported to my unit, they put me in 1st Platoon. Initially, they put me in 1st Platoon, 3rd Squad. truck number 113.
So it's not
I'm not
13, it's
kidding.
113.
My M16203 was weapon number 13.
Okay.
And my pro mask number 13. I am not fucking kidding you. Like at all.
Just follows you around.
It just pulls me the fuck around, right? So, and I'm like, all right. So, but yeah, I mean, the whole 13,
That's a lot
I
of
don't
people.
necessarily buy into the whole unlucky number thing. I mean, I'm not superstitious, David. I'm a little stitious.
Little stitches.
Yeah.
He's
If you really don't get that reference, I'm going to be so disappointed in you.
He's stitious. He just doesn't wear a cape.
Yeah.
I mean, Edna said no capes, man. Come on.
You don't argue with Edna Mode.
No, you don't. Robert Parr, is that you? You got fat. So yeah. I said that we wanted to, wait until this week. I wanted us to do some research. David, I pray to God that you did some actual honest research and you're not just.
No one got hurt this week, except nobody got hurt this week, even during training so far. And this is only like the first. This is only like the first couple of days, and nobody goes out to the Pro Bowl. So,
Hey, look, Maria got that reference, but I was talking about the stitious, not superstitious, just a little stitious.
Just a little stitious.
I want to see if David knows this. Where does that reference from, David?
I have no idea. Oh my God. We're not in the same fan club.
The Reverend Michael Scott from the Holy Institution of The Office.
Yeah, never watched The Office. I'm never going to get The Office references. Never watched them. Couldn't. Same thing with Big Bang. Everybody watched Big Bang. I never watched an episode. Parks and Rec. Never watched an episode of Parks and Rec. I stopped doing sitcoms like 2010. Never even watched.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Yes.
The only time I've get any kind of reference or anything is for the fact that I've seen it in shorts or someone else referencing it and saying it. Watch Chuck. That was a good show. But never.
I'm sorry.
What's up, pederast, Walter?
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Okay.
You skipped The Office
and reschooled
and Parks and Recreation to watch Chuck.
Yeah. I mean, when they make a bomb that's I-88.
Dude.
We're different, but we're the same.
No.
See, Maria knows what's up. She said, "Okay, he needs to be napped, tied up, and reschooled."
I try to watch that. The best reference I can get from is like the only one that was like that slow, but I still watch was Northman. Now that was funny.
Yeah, tell us you have at least watched American Dad.
Yeah, I watched American Dad. Like I said, those are fast paced. I can't watch slow paced little stuff. South Park, Simpsons, and American Dad, and Family Guy. I'll watch, but okay, now loving you so much right now, I can deal with it. But anyways, the other football news: Raiders fan lost a Raider.
We lost a very important Raider.
Yeah, very important Raider. Carl Weather passed away this week at 76. He also was in like Predator Action Jackson, Happy Gilmore, Mandalorian.
You're forgetting the most important.
Oh yeah, Rocky. Apollo Creed. Of course.
Oh, yeah. This is why we bully you, David.
No, I think it's because y'all have low self-esteem.
This is one of the many reasons we bully you, David. How do you leave off on me?
I had this list in my head and it blanked out on Rocky for some ungodly reason.
But he remembered Action Jackson
Mm-hmm.
and
I
forgot.
like Action Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You're still blinking. You trying to do code to Chris?
He's talking shit about you. You don't want to know what he said.
Okay.
it was horrible.
So even though that the Chiefs are the underdogs in this year's Super Bowl, they are now considered the underdogs. They are considered the underdogs, which is kind of uncharted territory for Patrick Mahomes, with the exception of the Super Bowl where he played Tom Brady in Tampa. But yeah, FanDuel, BetMGM, DraftKings, ESPN Bet, FanDuel are each reporting a 71 to 76% of the spread bets are going on in Kansas City.
You can make a better amount of money if you actually go with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
And they pull it off. You're fucking banking.
Well, yeah. Here, I tell you what.
But all in all, it's still a chance, and it's a weird chance, but I think they might be able to pull it off.
Well, I have no doubt that they're going to be able to do that. But it's just let's put a timeout ceasefire on the Super Bowl talk real quick. Colin, he's got a full plate this evening, so we're gonna, we got to get him into the show real quick, do his joke, and then he's got to pop out. So let's, as soon as he gets in here. Okay. I'm still reeling from the whole, oh yeah, Rocky. I'm still reeling from that whole thing.
It really should be. I may never recover.
You don't recover from a lot of things, Chris.
I mean, it's kind of like Lisa Ann getting triggered, and I'm just kind of, putting that out.
Motherfucker.
She went on a date, and apparently the guy had feet fetish. She had
a very bad first date. She said that this guy lived in New Jersey. She goes, I fucking went to New Jersey for a guy, right?
My ovaries just disappeared.
So
how would you even meet that? Like, how would you even score Lisa Ann as a date?
It was on an app, right? So yeah.
I mean, but I'd go out with somebody for free food. Of course, I might end up in the back end of a white van. Hopefully, I would upgrade to one of those gold vans.
Anyway, so she said that she wouldn't have even gone, but the guy sent an Uber for her. She's like, all right, fuck it. You're paying for the Uber. All right, whatever. So she gets there, and it's like a 40-minute drive from where she lives to this dude's house in New Jersey, right? So she gets there, she knocks on the door, and the dude was like, oh, hold on just a minute. Come on in. He was playing a game.
Oh, fuck.
And he's like, let me wrap this up real quick. She's like, okay, whatever. So she sits down on the couch. She was like 30 fucking minutes later.
He knew she
He's
was
still
gone.
playing. He's still playing.
Oh no.
She was like, he even got up, went to the kitchen, got himself a glass of water and a snack,
Oh no.
and didn't offer her anything. So she was like, so she texted her girlfriend. She's like, call me right now. So, they call her and she's like, oh, all right. Well, okay. And I'll be right there. So she tells the guy, like something happened at my building. I got to go help my neighbor out, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, but you just got here. And she's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll pay for my own Uber. So she paid for her own Uber and went back home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for a limited engagement this evening, we have Colin. Colin, are you ready to go tonight, dude? As soon as he's unfrozen. I'm waiting. There he is.
No.
Oh, hold on.
Wait
I mean,
for
this is not like a weird face contortion.
There we go.
Hey, there you go. You ready to go, bud?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Rising from the smoke and haze of desolation comes a Ronin, bent on wrongdoing that which has been set right. Here for your ears and eyes to feast upon. It is my genetic code. Ladies and gentlemen, angry faithful of all ages, it is time for Joke Time with Colin. The internet is. Hold on, bud. Hold on. You're buffering. Hold on. You would figure that this kind of thing would happen when he's in a hurry.
Yeah, every time.
Every time. We're just going to pretend that he's going to be here for the rest of the night. And
he may at the rate we're going.
Yeah. You can't fake something like that.
Oh,
there we go.
There he is. All right.
Figure it out.
All right. Damn it.
Shouldn't have said something. That's on my bad, guys. My bad. Hold on, let me do I went to a death group to get like some help.
Okay, there he is. All right, you got your joke ready, guy?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So there's a guy named Bob with no arms. And knock knock, who's there? Not Bob.
I'm sorry.
Maybe he's using his forehead.
Oh, and then it would be like a thump.
It would be a oh my god.
Could be a headbutt.
That's true.
Oh my god. Was that your one and done for the night, dude?
Yeah.
All right, man. Let me hit your outro. Hold on. Gone without regard for your moral well-being. You've been witness to yet another traumatic episode of my genetic code assaulting your soul without consent. Ladies and gentlemen, angry faithful of all ages, this has been Joke Time with Colin. I love you, dude. All right. I will give you and your brother a call. I'm thinking probably tomorrow night. Or, yeah, I'll give you guys a call tomorrow night.
All right.
All right, man. Love you, bud.
Love you.
All right. Well, okay. So he's trying to be considerate of the fact that his grandmother is watching him and his brother tonight because his mom is traveling for work. So, yeah.
Well, I went to a death group to basically get consultation for all the death that I had been dealing with for the past couple of years. They kept on like throwing gang signs and no one talked. Went to a deaf group.
Well, I'm sorry. Were you telling a joke or a story?
Story.
It was tried.
That delivery is like a lot of your girlfriends, dude. Dry as fuck.
It's more or less desert, yeah.
And not the good kind either.
Nope. We're talking parched, like
That
spit on
joke,
KY on it, it soaks up.
that joke just rubbed the left lip for about 15 seconds and then asked if you came. It's how dry it was.
Was it good for you? I don't know. You didn't even break my hymen.
I didn't even. I don't even know what happened right now. Are you? I was asleep. When did you show up?
David, you said you were from a migrant farming family. I still have my cherry. What the fuck? Wow. Okay. David's like, fuck these guys. They can go out and damn soaps.
Oh, this is gonna be the last episode on Nerd Expression.
In related and unrelated news,
it was a journey. It wasn't a good one.
Start on a new channel. All right. So the first of what's expected to be several $1 million Super Bowl bets was reported on January 30th by Caesars Sportsbook. It's $1 million on the 49ers money line at negative 120. Yeah. There's $120,000. One bettor at South Point put in wagers for 60 different prop bets across the board at $2,000 each for a total of $120,000.
I would still place my bets on the 49ers.
See, if you're going that route, though, Kansas City is 12-7 against the spread, while San Francisco is 9-10.
Yeah. And we're going to get into some of the more intangible factors here in just a second, but $105,000 was legendary Las Vegas bookmaker Jimmy Vaccaro of South Point Casino reported taking a $105,000 bet on the 49ers at -1 on January 29th. One bettor at BetMGM put down $140 on Kyle Juszczyk, which is the fullback for San Francisco, to win the Super Bowl MVP at odds of 750 to 1. So for every dollar he bets, if Juszczyk gets the MVP, he wins $750 for every $1. That, I mean, we're talking $7 million. Cool. Easy. Right. The wager would net $105,000 if he does. Okay. It would only, wow, it only net. Seriously? Oh, I see how that said. $140. He bet $140 on that prop bet. So he would make $105,000 if it came to fruition. Caesars reported taking $100,000 on the coin toss to land tails from a Michigan bettor on January 30th. And
well, that's a 50-50 bet. So,
but that's a popular prop bet. I mean, like every year, like the last, I don't know, 20 years or so. I mean, people have been betting on the coin toss.
Yeah,
it has absolutely no relevance or bearing on the game, but
well, a little bit,
maybe. Let me see here. $25,000 to win $1 million. So a bettor with DraftKings reportedly put $25,000 on Kansas City running back Isaiah Pacheco to be named the MVP. And now those odds are 40 to 1. So a $25,000 bet would net him $1 million if Pacheco won the MVP. 15,000 to win 975. So a bettor with DraftKings dropped $15,000 on Chiefs receiver Rashee Rice to be the MVP at 65 to 1. Now, like Rashee Rice, it's not unusual or unheard of for a wide receiver to win that, to win MVP for a Super Bowl. However, that's not a popular target for Patrick Mahomes. That person knows Rashee Rice.
Right.
Just kind of putting that out there. Now, Mike Clay from ESPN.com. He's picking. I mean, some of his prop bets are like, Nick Bosa getting the over on the 2.5 tackle total in the game. I mean, really? 2.5 tackles? I mean,
I could do 2.5 tackles.
Right. So, now, okay, so
do a half a tackle.
you combine with another person.
Okay.
That's like defensive ends or linebackers. If they get to the quarterback at the same time and they combine to get the sack on a quarterback, they're statistically awarded half a sack.
Yeah.
And the person split in half.
Basically. Yeah.
If they do it right.
Right. But here's the thing. It's all about attack vectors and velocity at the point of impact.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Just don't lead with the head, because then it's targeting and you get ejected from the game. Now, San Francisco, I mean, dude, they've got Christian McCaffrey, they got Deebo Samuel. Both are going to be healthy for the game. Both are just freaking studs in the run department.
Well, we still have like a full week. So something
I know,
mean,
but
like
because we're not going to,
Sunday
unless you're proposing that we do a special edition Nerd Sports on Saturday fucking night before the game, we need to get our pick in now.
I mean, I'm not opposed.
I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Chris?
I don't know. I'll have my kids this weekend. That might be a little interesting. Again, I'm not opposed.
I mean, because it would be a very short episode. Because that is literally all that we would talk about.
Yeah.
Do a short, 30, 40 minutes?
Well, we could update the if anything, we'll have an update on Twitter. If anything.
No, I mean, because I really want to, because you said you're taking the 49ers to win the game, right?
Yeah.
David? I want you to quantify that. I want you to show your math. I want you.
They've had a good year.
It's so fucking what? So the Chiefs.
They've gone for yardage. That's why you can't really go against either team. The 49ers.
But unfortunately,
if you look at the math, the 49ers have better aim for it.
Christian McCaffrey's never been to a Super Bowl. No, he has. He has when he was with Carolina. Okay. Deebo Samuel's never been to one. Brock Purdy is playing above his pay grade right now. I mean, I get all the shit that he's been getting about being a game manager versus an actual quarterback. But yeah, I mean, proof is in the pudding. He's taken his team all year long. They were the number 1 seed in the NFC. And I mean, they really didn't play anybody terrible until, terribly difficult until the second half of the season.
Yeah, but on games like this, you can't really go against anything only because of the they could end up playing the whole second string in Kansas City or 49ers. Because
there's an intangible factor that you're not taking into account, David, is the fact that you've got veteran presence and Super Bowl experience. Okay. The 49ers roster, top to bottom, not a lot of it there. Okay. You look at the Chiefs side of it. Okay. They excel at putting distractions, in the background, and they shut that stuff out. Case in point. Okay. Everybody all year long has been talking about Taylor Swift being a distraction for the team. Okay. To a man. to include Coach Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not the case. Okay. Patrick Mahomes, yesterday, his dad was arrested here in Texas for his third DUI. If convicted, he will do 2 to 10 years in prison. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you're trying to tell me that that's not a distraction? That his brother is not a fucking distraction? No. Yeah, it is. For normal people, absolutely it is. But Patrick Mahomes also knows that he, as a captain of this team and having Super Bowl experience, okay, this is the 4th Super Bowl that the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, has played in the last 6 years.
But how many of these? 1,
3.
3. Okay.
Now, no, it's not the 5th DUI. 5th DUI, they'd throw him under the jail. No, it was his 3rd. It's a 3rd-degree felony in the state of Texas, but it's his 3rd DUI. The last one was in 2019. But, you know,
Are you saying 49ers has been playing above their pay grade all fucking year?
I didn't
No.
say that they were playing. No, did I say that they were playing above their pay grade? No, I just said Brock Purdy at the moment is playing above his pay grade. I'm not saying that he couldn't rise to the occasion, but Brock
He's
Purdy
definitely
is not going to be the reason the San Francisco 49ers win the Super Bowl.
No.
Okay.
Even if they win, he's not getting MVP.
Right. All right. I mean, odds on, if the 49ers were to win the Super Bowl next weekend, I would put the safe money on Christian McCaffrey getting MVP.
Agree.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because when that boy gets a hold of a football, and he runs downhill and he runs angry.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. Not taking anything away from the San Francisco 49ers. And I mean, if you couldn't already tell the writings on the wall, I'm pulling for the Chiefs to win this game. Okay. And it's not because, I mean, this team has had a bullseye on their back all year long because why? Simply put, they are the defending champions from last year. Okay. We have not seen a repeat winner. We have not seen a defending back-to-back in a very long time in this league. Okay.
Wait a minute. The last one was it the Patriots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, that's been a while.
And it has been a long time.
Yep.
All right. So the Chiefs right now, I mean, you've got Pacheco, you've got you've got Kelsey. I mean, it's just you've got all the other, the wide receivers that, I mean, yeah, I think the Chiefs have led the league this year in drops as far as like drop passes. But when the playoffs came, bro, I mean, they know when to show up. Absolutely. They know when to show up. Okay. The Chiefs are, in a very unique position this postseason. They weren't the number 1 seed going into the playoffs. They hosted the wild card weekend by virtue of the fact that they won their division, but they were the number 3 seed going in. Okay. They played the next 2 playoff games on the road. Okay. They went into Buffalo and they were not supposed to win that game. Buffalo shot themselves in the foot, and the Chiefs did the right things at the right time.
Mm-hmm. They got outcoached for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got outcoached and they got outplayed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now they go into Baltimore. Baltimore was supposed to spank that ass and, go into this game with a swagger.
Yeah,
right?
it was supposed to be like easy mode.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking. The Ravens were supposed to play that. They were supposed to win that game like they were playing playing the tutorial on Madden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Okay. Not only did they manage to beat the Ravens, but they embarrassed the number 1 seed in the AFC. Okay. So I mean, Kansas City has the championship DNA. They know what it means to get to the game. They know what it means to lose this game. They also know what it means and what it takes to win this game. Um, I think that the distractions are not going to be an issue for the Chiefs. They've got good veteran presence. They've got good veteran leadership in the locker room. They've got an amazing coaching staff. They know the deal. They know what is expected of them. They also know that this is a very tall hill to climb. I mean, just because you get to the big dance doesn't mean that you're going to be the last man standing, especially when you come in as the defending world champions. So they don't go into this game with any kind of swagger at all. I mean, you can go and you could almost expect with an utmost certainty, you're going to see people like Kelsey, you're going to see people like Snead, you're going to see people like Pacheco, you're going to even probably see Patrick Mahomes playing angry. They're going to play with that chip on their shoulder because they've got that underdog title that's been stitched to them. Okay. The 49ers, great team, tough team. They know how to win. They've been doing it all season, in and out. Okay. The games that they have dropped to teams like the Arizona Cardinals, you can almost chalk that up as being an anomaly. But where, again, San Francisco is coming into this game with a decided disadvantage is playoff experience, veteran presence as far as Super Bowl experience is going to be concerned. And, I just, when it comes down to it, when it actually matters, I don't think that they've got the makeup necessary. I don't think that Kyle Shanahan, as their head coach, has what it takes to win a big game. Now, if you're going to try to pull that whole, well, they beat the Lions and they had to come back to do that. The Lions played themselves out of that game when they went into the locker room at halftime. They said
They thought they had it. Yeah, that was one thing I was worried about that game.
Yeah,
and they
so
did.
So it's I mean the Lions. For all intents and purposes, we should be watching a Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl this year. We should be. Absolutely, 100%. A couple of called plays going the other way. Hey, it's 4th and 3. Kick the fucking field goal. All right. That 3 points loomed large because that would have put the game into overtime.
Yep.
But, here we are. We're looking at the 49ers versus the Chiefs. And everybody's wanting the San Francisco 49ers to win because the last time that the Chiefs played the 49ers in the Super Bowl, the world came to a grinding fucking halt because some lab out in the fucking Wuhan province of China decided to, let loose an engineered, bioweapon. And, the world came to a screeching halt. I'm not buying into it. I don't buy into it. Okay. The Chiefs outplayed the 49ers then because, again, the 49ers did not have what it took. Yeah, they had what it took to get there, but they didn't have the makeup necessary to win that game.
It feels like they're walking in with a certain amount of arrogance as well.
They do, and they are.
It's like it's a done deal already.
And with the exception of the NFC Championship game, the 49ers have not had to play from behind all year long. And if you remember that NFC Championship game, the Lions only lost by a field goal, and that's because they couldn't recover the onside kick.
Right. That very easily could have gone the other way on that. And they would have been better coached.
Yeah. If Dan Campbell would have made the call for a field goal on that 4th and 3, we're looking at we're looking at overtime football in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, and I guarantee you take it to overtime, they would have won.
Yeah. So it's I mean, the Niners, their defense has only faced 16 and a half running back, carries per game this year. So I mean, they've only for a starting quarterback, I mean, they've only faced 16 and a half carries per game this season. and that's a league low, 15.6 during the regular season. No running back has reached 19 carries against them in a game, and only 2 have reached 17, and that was Aaron Jones, and he had 18 in the divisional round, and Jerome Ford had 17 in week 16. Okay. But they have not played against the Kansas City offensive line or Isaiah Pacheco.
Right.
I mean, when you think Isaiah Pacheco is down, he squirts out, dude. I mean, and he pops up
He doesn't
3
even
yards down,
hold.
3 yards downfield, and he's out in space, dude.
Yep. He just
You know,
teleports right through
Where
that.
Isaiah Pacheco excels as a running back. I mean, yes, he's got speed and he can get to that outside seam and explode faster than anybody I've seen in a very long time. But it's his yards after contact.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, we can talk about intangibles all day long, but at the end of the day, if the San Francisco defense, they can stop the run, but they have not seen a team that can run like the Chiefs can. They have not played a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Okay. I mean, when Patrick Mahomes is in the Super Bowl, dude, he looks like he's out there playing backyard ball. I mean, he's improvising on that drive extending play in the AFC Championship game where Travis Kelce kind of lays out for that one out in the middle. Travis Kelce, he admitted in the post-game press conference, he ran the wrong route. And he saw that, Mahomes was out there scrambling, and he was like, "Oh, this is on me. I got to get myself open." So he made himself get open in the middle of the field. And he kind of signaled to Mahomes, Patrick, and Patrick saw him. They made eye contact, and he was crowing across, and Patrick Mahomes just kind of threw it out there in space.
Yep.
I mean, Travis Kelce made himself available, made himself open to catch that. Okay. I'm not saying that they don't have that kind of communication on the other side, on the San Francisco side of the ball, but
That's where that experience starts coming into play, though.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Steve Spagnuolo's defense in Kansas City, dude, stifling. Okay. I mean, I was listening to the Kelsey Brothers podcast, what was it, Friday, and the entire team is wearing shirts that say "In Spags We Trust." I mean, dude, the guys on the defensive side of the ball for Kansas City would crawl through the 7 circles of hell through gasoline and broken glass for this man. They trust his play calling.
Yep.
The linebacker coaches, the secondary coaches, they are all bought into the same system, and they believe in what they're doing. I 100% wholeheartedly think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to take this game. It's not going to be a blowout. I'm saying an 11-point victory.
You're saying defense, it's going to come down to defense?
Defense is going to make the crucial stops when they need to make them. And the offense is going to get out there, and it's going to be, it's going to be a balanced attack. It's going to be, 50-50 run and pass.
You see it being a low scoring game?
The first half is going to be low scoring, but the second half, with the defense is stepping up, making those in-game adjustments at halftime, it's going to open it up a little bit. It's going to go from, like a 3-point difference at halftime to an 11-point victory at the end of the night.
What's going on with Justin Ross? Because he's suspended for 6.
I love how David changed the subject. That was
I was looking at the injury report on both of the teams again, and it said is like people are like suspended.
Criminal charges against Chiefs wide receiver Justin Ross terminated, case diversion ordered. Let me see here. This is coming from KCTV5, which is the CBS affiliate in Kansas City. This was dated November 27th. So I mean, this is an old article.
Yeah.
Chiefs wide receiver Justin Ross was charged with misdemeanor domestic battery and misdemeanor criminal damage in late October. Then the latter charge was upgraded to a felony 2 weeks later. Now the Kansas City Chiefs wideout charges have been terminated. In a court filing on Wednesday, Ross agreed to an order of diversion, and the 2 counts against him were removed. Let me see here. Well, then ain't nothing going on with him.
Yeah.
He made a deal with the court. They dropped the charges. I don't see.
I know there is one of the because that was the other main thing was the that one player that they kept on saying that he's hurt. He has something to do with his
No,
hip.
they dropped him from the roster.
Yeah, they dropped him from the
and-
roster for some reason.
Yeah, they told him to stay home for the AFC Championship game because that dude could not. He couldn't. He forgot how to catch a football.
Yeah,
So, if you're expecting to play in big games, you need to bring your big boy game. Catch the football, especially when it's thrown at you across the middle in very crucial moments, like it's 3rd and short, and we need you to catch this past the marker so we can extend this drive instead of having to punt it all the time.
yeah.
Again, catch a damn ball. Let's see. This article from CBS or NFL is dated December 11th, so it's not quite as old. He was set to return after serving a 6-game suspension. Now, all right, so those charges that were brought and eventually terminated, on the legal side of it, fine. But as an NFL player, you still violate the personal conduct policy. Okay. So he served his 6-game suspension, and he's back. So I don't think it's going to be an issue because he got some play time, and he actually made a couple of really great crucial catches in that NFC or AFC Championship game out there in Baltimore. So let me see here. I'm looking to see if there's anything more recent. No. Let me see here. No, it's November 3rd. No, there's nothing of consequence at all. He served the charges were terminated. He made a deal. Charges were dropped, and he served out his 6-game suspension. And he's there. So
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, no, he's for all intents and purposes, he's done his time. He's served out his penalty. So it is what it is. But yeah, let me see here. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go on record. And I'm going to say I'm picking the Chiefs.
I'm going to stick with the 49ers.
Oh boy, I could be the deciding vote, huh?
Well, no, what I think we're going to do this time for the Super Bowl, we're going to go with the individual picks because it's going to set up for next season. Whenever David, we're going to go into a new format next year instead of having like a consensual pick, or a committee pick.
Yeah.
We'll kind of turn it into a little bit of a competition. We'll have individual win-loss.
I was thinking we all get like $10 per week, and we bet, and we get all that money to charity.
Okay, yeah, and just the person that donates it gets to do it in their name. So yeah, I get it. Yeah. I'm down with that. $10 per person.
And I'm talking. That's it for the season because we're all like stupid broke.
Right? Yeah. Absolutely.
We have a year so we can collect cans to get that $10.
Start looking for pennies in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're out there. You're out there. David up there in Wichita Falls, going over there and, taking scraps that he's finding on the side of the road over to Bell Processing and try to sell it. David robbing like construction sites and ripping all the wiring out of new homes, stripping the wires, just whatever you do, David, don't burn. Don't burn the insulation off the wires, because they won't take scorched copper. They
Nope.
just won't do it.
They want it clean. They want clean copper.
Yeah, they want clean copper. So yeah, do that. Yeah, I'm down with that. But no,
That's
we're
a little bit too much in detail on that reference right there.
hey, and the only reason I know that is because
You've done it.
No, jackass.
Over the line!
Well, a long time ago, I used to do fiberglass installation. So we would go to like apartment complexes to do, insulate those. That Candlewood Suite that's over there on Marine Street?
Yeah.
I insulated that whole fucking building.
Okay.
So yeah, we go to new home builds and stuff like that to insulate those. And a lot of these, we were told, hey, we got to pull you off this job because the electricians have to come back out and rerun the wiring because, crackheads out there in Wichita Falls just stripping these homes. We'd go and we'd find like burn pits out back, like on the site, like find scorched dirt with chunks of melted plastic and shit in there, and we're like, all right, we know what happened here. They burnt all the insulation off the wires, and they tried to take it to Bell Processing, and Bell Processing used to do it, but then Wichita Falls PD, back when they used to do their job, they sit there and they came down on them a little bit, and they're like, you're not helping us out, blah blah blah, so they just stopped taking burnt copper. It's got to be clean.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And being very specific, what are we talking about, Maria? Specific.
It was during when we were talking about who's going to win the Super Bowl, Chiefs, and when you were talking about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, right. Okay.
Obviously,
All right.
be the Chiefs.
Yeah. See,
obviously.
because
yeah, it was time ago.
when I put out the assignment last week, when I said we're going to delay the picks because I wanted us to do some actual and insightful research,
and I looked at the scouting reports of the injury list and all that stuff, and I looked at the numbers on that, and
everything I've seen said that the 49ers have an intensity problem. They have people giving up on the plays at the end of the play, and you're carrying it forward. Right now, the biggest thing that I saw while I was scrolling through looking at the headlines right now, the biggest headline I found, the 49ers are complaining about the practice field that they've been given.
Yeah.
Soft.
Yeah. And Maria, it's not that I wasn't paying attention, because let's be honest, I wasn't, because I was in the middle
of a rant.
It wasn't a rant. I was in the middle of my case for the pick.
Was giving a spiel.
I was in my office. I was doing my job.
That was not a rant. You have a very strange definition of rant.
You're not wrong. But now that you mentioned about the because there was another article, is they keep on saying that they're the underdogs of this year. I'm like, okay, they're getting too arrogant. So
it was the 49ers?
Yeah, they're really getting right now. The 49ers are rightfully getting destroyed for trying to convince the world they are the underdogs who made the Super Bowl against all odds.
You know what that's starting to sound like, Chris? That's starting to sound like he's putting in an injection handle in case his pick goes sideways.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. Yeah.
Is that a pre-excuse? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I was looking at injury reports and stats. I wasn't looking like, them and assholes.
So what you're trying to say is that you're a
I
Mark
was
19
trying
gunner
to
who-
make a scientific argument.
he's going to be that Mark 19 gunner when his weapon jams and just completely fails on him. That he's like, LSAT, I thought you said CLP.
No. No.
Aluminum and CLP, they know mixy.
You don't ever put CLP in a
Mm-mm.
Mark 19. Oh.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
David's excuse for that would be like, but I'm allergic to latex.
All I'm saying is if you get someone that's allergic to latex, it swells up a little bit better, so it's a little bit tighter.
You would think that would help.
Yeah. Yeah. You think.
I mean, especially with you, David.
Yeah, I'm pretty gross.
It's like
Yeah,
double his size.
Are you
When I-
literally trying to say that David, in his sexual prowess, is
Moment.
gonna that he's worth $8 a condom?
$8.
Are they really $8?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And I'd like to know what animals they had to go through to get to lambskin. Hey, here's a horsehide
Why
condom.
lamb?
You know,
Yeah, why lamb specifically?
you know, we're
Well,
That
goats
is
were used.
That is
Goats,
You know what it is.
indeed
You know what
used.
it is?
Oh.
Is that somebody proposed like
more sacred for the gods.
somebody proposed a condom made out of chitlins or something like that, and they were like, "No, I'm Muslim. I can't do that."
My friend, no.
No. I go to the market. My friend, he
No,
cooks
right.
lamb. I just get intestines from there.
Ay,
Yusef owns the your own kebab stand.
Yeah.
Kebab and condom stand. Emporium. Kebab and condom emporium.
It's almost as bad as a Korean cat and dog groomer, but right next door is like their restaurant.
I almost died right there. Holy crap.
It would have been worth it. Your death, we would have glorified your death.
I got I got the stream up on Twitter, dude. I'm sitting here looking at myself dying and time delay. And I'm like,
Oh man, that was good.
like,
We need to clip
like,
that.
it's no wonder. It's like like when you watch porn, like they never look at the dude when he's busting a nut, right? Because I mean, we make some of the most fucked up looking faces. Just show her my O face, not on camera. You're not, cowboy.
Do you think that
Oh,
like
you call it
women, because their eyes roll back, they're trying to look at you when you're doing doggy style?
What the fuck?
Now, are you speaking from a sheer analytical point of view from the movies you've watched? Because that can't be personal experience.
No, the only thing I get is they keep on their legs shake a lot.
Trying to run away.
I mean, the last time David curled a woman's toes, he realized it was because he forgot to take off her pantyhose.
Oh my god. Oh, that's a good one.
We have fucking missed you, dude.
I'm looking at freaking Marie's comment.
The most common materials used for latex-free condoms include polyurethane, polypro. Oh wow, polyisoprene, and lambskin. Wow.
She's wow.
She's a little bit
I did not know that she was a connoisseur. Condom sore?
condom sore. Yeah, it would be condom sore.
Condom sore.
She has like a silver plate with like condoms on it. It's like, what? Go ahead, choose which one. Hey, safety
It
first.
totally makes the word aficionado seem very dirty.
Yeah.
Sommelier of condoms. Might I suggest the lambskin?
The ribs aren't really that fillable when it's inside me. It's like it tries to itch you, but it doesn't get that itch.
It's because your boyfriend.
Why are you talking about your groin being itchy?
Rib just
So are French ticklers. I'm like, oh my god. Here, let's just put a bunch of shit at the end. Like, what?
It's too much. It's distracting.
It really is. I mean, if you want to enhance it, no. Get a vibrating cock ring. That's all I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
just needs to buzz.
See, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
I liked how someone else just came in on this and they're like, "Oh, this is a sports show. Why are they talking about like vibrators and sex toys and everything?"
Did he just say cock ring? And I'm straight. He did.
Fuck yeah!
Cock rings and condoms. It's like a band name.
No,
Cock
that is a
rings
fucking
and
fast food
condoms,
joint.
right?
No, that's a fast food joint, and you need to like open one up like a block down the road from Church Road on Sundays. you know, and then like
Periods come out.
you actually do like you do like commercials, where it's like, don't go to Chicken Express or KFC, come to Cocks and Condoms.
Turn left at the Baptist church. You'll see our cock on the roof. Just follow the
or here, even better. You do the most awesome like location marketing scheme. You open up down the street from a Catholic church because Catholics don't believe in birth control.
Oh, that's true.
Huh?
That is very true.
Like the slogan could be, "Want to see my gizzard?" Now, Chris. All right. No, now, Chris, as a fellow grunt,
My gizzard in your mouth.
as a fellow grunt, I know that you have played this game in the barracks. You play the chicken heart game, right?
Are y'all taking a vacation?
Okay. So the idea is to get somebody to stare at something, right, for an uncomfortable amount of time before they realize what it is that they're looking at.
Yeah.
All right. So you got a room full of people. It's a party, or if it's an outside gathering, or if like
The more
the
people,
dude-
the better too.
right, the more people, the better, right? And you target one specific person. Okay. And what you do is you unzip your pants and you pull your nutsack out, right? And you hold it by the base, right? You're not just letting it hang free.
Right.
And then you squeeze, you're like boom, 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 right? And it looks like a chicken heart beating. And you just stand there the whole time. You don't announce it. You don't bring any attention to yourself. You wait for that one person to turn around, because you know how like you can feel when somebody's looking at you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you turn to look to see what it is or who it is. And you see that person standing there, and when they've got their hand down, your eyes are going to go there, right?
Exactly.
And you're standing there and you're looking at it and you're like, the fuck am I like? Oh my god, you know,
Dude.
like you stared at my chicken heart. You're super gay. Right. Oh, have you seen the new Reese's peanut butter hearts?
Uh-uh.
No, dude, they're pink.
Oh God.
Hold on. I've got to go get one. Hold on.
Oh no. This is gonna be bad. I can only imagine the horror we're about to witness.
I don't know why he just didn't like
I don't either.
pull it up on the screen so everybody else can see this. But here we go.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got it. You can take that off the screen now.
Candy can melt? Really?
There you go.
Dude.
You hold it upside down, it looks like a ball bag, dude.
Why?
And what's even better, right, is no, they're not pink on the inside, Maria. No. It looks like a ball,
it's not
it
all.
looks like a ball sack, and it's got a nut filling, a nutty filling.
I mean, yeah. You're not wrong.
God damn it.
I saw that on Twitter. It was like 3 weeks ago, and
I gotta get some of those now.
not this past weekend, but the weekend before last.
You eat them like this though?
You do.
You might. I mean, we've seen how you eat a chocolate dick. Yeah, I'm just kind of bringing that back.
You gotta lick it to warm it up and everything, dripping your mouth.
Don't talk about dripping when we're talking about
Yeah, like a lot of things, Maria. I think that the marketing people didn't think that one through. They were like, they were like,
this is so pretty.
yeah,
I have a feeling that this was not.
It's pink heart. It's Valentine's Day.
There were no guys.
That they had an infantry vet, working in the advertising firm. He's there in that board, in that meeting. He's like, yeah, that's
Come on.
fucking great, man.
Just
Chicken.
You get a little bit more chocolate on there, you can probably make a big.
You know what? It's more of a. I think we could go a little pinker on the color there. It's not quite.
It's like, I think we should use a new mold. Make the heart just a little bit longer.
Here, try this one.
I mean,
no,
it's interracial too, because pink chocolate. I'm just kind of putting that out there.
Oh man,
Yeah,
No.
All right, so I think Maria knows this story. She's just not able to recall it at the moment. Was it Valentine's Day?
Yeah, last Valentine's Day.
Last Valentine's Day, Chris and I, and my wife, all conspired. We colluded, and we ordered a chocolate dick by mail, and we sent it anonymously.
Yes, it was large.
David, yeah.
On our TikTok page. Hold on.
No, don't play it because we will get this video yanked off of YouTube quicker than shit.
We're still trying to get at least a semblance of monetization here.
Go on the TikTok page, Maria. It's supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's on there. I'll send it to you right. I'll send it to her right now.
David, in an attempt to kind of like reclaim some kind of high ground.
I did, because y'all didn't want to watch it at all.
I'll concede. At point.
Send it to us like 3 different times too.
Yeah. And him and I are texting each other. I'm like, dude, I can't fucking watch this. Like, I got 45 seconds into it, and it was that point where he's dipping it, and then he's kissing the tip, and I'm like,
about the time the tongue came out, I was like, nope. I'm out.
I mean, it was skillful too. So I mean, I really couldn't.
It was. He committed. He
I mean,
definitely
if it had been a situation where he was like, fumbling around like like a casting couch girl or whatever, then fine, whatever. I'll watch it. No.
No, he was way
He
too
devours this thing like he's Nina Hartley.
I'm
Yeah.
still pissed. I'm still pissed off it didn't have a creamy filling. I mean, that would make it a little bit more funnier.
God. I'm surprised you didn't like fill it.
Down.
I'm surprised you didn't bore it out and like fill it with whipped cream before you filmed it, just because that's
No,
Well, that would require him to have some sports knowledge, and there go, corking the bat.
Is that considered corking?
I think that would be safe to say corking the bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Chris, you're going for the Chiefs. I'm going for the Chiefs. David sticking with the 49ers.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that, we're sitting here talking about him devouring a chocolate dick and he's
And then he goes for San
Francisco team. Yeah.
Now it makes sense. I get it now. Man, Toy Store.
Oh, wow.
What was funny about that? She had a bruise on her tip because of the play. What happened there?
Yeah.
She turned. I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. She turned around and hit one of the closing line stands, and it hit her right on the fucking tit. It was. I was dead laughing.
I mean, you could have at least said that maybe you were partly responsible for the bruise, but no.
No. She turned around and boxed her tit on the freaking metal. I was laughing my ass off and asking how she was okay, but
of course you would.
Okay. All right.
But what was funny about the whole thing is it happened at the adult store. So, is there really this plain gal, fellas?
We actually got our pick. We got our pick in.
Yeah.
We did. Next weekend, or no, the 18th is the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin won the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. He is very well on his way to cementing himself into the nobody's going to miss him if he careens over the outside retaining wall at Talladega kind of role.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine how big of an asshole you have to be for your girlfriend to take your daughter away from you. Because you're that big of a prick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
There's no reason for you to be that big of a prick, though.
No.
I mean, absolutely not.
None whatsoever.
Kind of makes you think, though, like back 2020 in the season, 2020 season when the world fucking shut down. NASCAR was trying to put some content out there, and so the e-racing or iRacing platform, they had the NASCAR Invitational events online, so like they were streaming them like they were races, right?
I remember that.
Denny Hamlin dropped out of the race just inexplicably, and so they had a Fox crew there at Denny Hamlin's house, and his daughter, cutest button, I'm just like annoyingly cute, grabs one of his 5,000 remote controls and she hits the one that turns off his computer.
Oh God, I'd be so pissed.
I mean, it's not like it was winning or anything. He was like mid-pack.
No.
He was struggling all fucking day. But I mean, he comes out of the turn and just boop, just
oh my God.
I mean, it was like Thanos
How
kind of
do you have a remote
like
for your
that,
fucking computer in the first place?
like he got snapped right out of existence. It was great.
Flip. That's funny. So
He got blipped right out of that race.
that's awesome.
And it kind of makes you wonder, like, after they sent the crew home, how personally did he take that? Now, I'm not trying to insinuate that Denny Hamlin's going full Chris Benoit on people, but
Yeah.
we're not saying it.
yeah, right. We're not implying it. We're letting people fill in the blanks, but
We're not saying it explicitly. We're just kind of winking and giving
We're
each other-
mad libbing it, going, well, it's more or less like Chris Benoit.
may or may not have been.
just no. That would be explicitly stating it. It's
Yeah,
like
but
Chris Benoit. That
you
would
have
be
to actually
actually
say it.
saying. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Also,
You are out of your element.
you are out of your element, Donnie.
Good God.
I am the walrus. I am the walrus, dude.
You're a fucking nihilist. like,
Say what you will about the tenets of Western socialism. At least it's an ethos.
at least it is an ethos. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's oh man, I'm just
This is your partner. Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Market zero. You are
No way,
entering
dude.
a world of pain. Market zero.
Need I remind you that this is league play? This decides who advances. Yeah, I know. Mark it an 8, dude. Give me the marker. I'll mark it an 8. You're about to enter a world of pain. Like,
They're calling the cops.
Jesus Christ, this isn't Nom, man. I gotta watch that movie this week now.
This is a nom. There are rules. Come on, man. You got to watch that.
I'll try.
Cannot believe that you have not even watched it.
I can't get past the first 15 minutes of it.
Well, neither can any of the women you've ever slept with, but you don't see them complaining terribly, do you?
Well,
They get
I
the
mean, I
minute
get they're on the witness protection list, but you know what the fuck, bro?
they get the minute right, and then it's over, and they can gather their stuff and get the fuck out.
Let me tell you something, Pandeo.
You finally got bored and started putting stuff on the buttons, didn't you?
Pandeo. You pull any of your crazy shit with us, you flash a piece out on the lanes. I'll take it away from you and stick it up your ass and pull the fucking trigger till it goes.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered emotional. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Jesus.
You said it, man. No.
Nobody fucks with a Jesus.
8-year-olds, dude. 8-year-olds.
8-year-olds, dude.
The fuck was that?
No idea.
Adventure Time, I think.
You need to rethink that one because we couldn't even hear it.
Anyways, well, everybody, this is Nerd Sports episode 146. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Johnny Skelton.
I'm Chris Jacka.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Good night.
Wait.
Lebowski, your wife is Bunny.
Cesar May Timbers. R.